What's up, everyone? So you might remember this rig. I had put a FuryTech Mini Komodo motor in here with the Tegu ESC. That's now in my little purple Toyota build I've been working on. So we need a new motor for this. Well, if you've seen my last video, you know I got this motor and transmission upgrade, and it turned out to be the RC all-wheel drive 370 motor upgrade for FMS models. So that means it's mainly made for the Land Cruiser or any of these little models, but as you can see, the body doesn't sit down on it with the transmission, so we have to do a little bit of cutting. So I'm going to explain how I got the transmission mounted. One of my subscribers, I can't remember the name right off the top of my head, had mentioned he got it and had to do a little bit of modding, and I basically had to do the same thing. So first off, here's the stock parts. And pay close attention to the extension here on the skid. So the transmission mount that comes with this transmission doesn't have this option. So I had to use some different links, as you can tell, because here's the stock, what are they, the lower links, and the stock transmission right here. So underneath, if we pull this up, you can see what's going on. That's quite the motor for such a little RC. As for the skid, underneath, I didn't do all this on camera because I had to kind of experiment to figure it out, but you can see it doesn't have the slot to put the extension in. So instead, I went and dug through some of my SCX24 links, and these are actually the upper rear links from the SCX24 Gladiator, if I remember right. So these seem to be the perfect length. They're just a little bit longer than stock, but only enough to compensate for it not having that little extension. So yeah, I also had to shorten the front drive shaft a little bit. That's easy to do. It's soft plastic. I just snipped it with some really sharp scissors. You have to both shorten the female side and the male side, and then you'll be fine. You can see it works just fine now. And I put the oil-filled stock shocks from my FCX24 on here, since it's going to be getting the RC all-wheel drive metal oil-filled shocks. I just haven't gotten oil yet. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go into a time lapse, and we need to cut this part of the interior out. So unfortunately, that means it's going to be sticking through a little bit in here, but I'll cover it up with something black in the future. I don't really care right now. I want to see how this motor does, but for those of you that don't want to cut any of that up or show anything on the interior, this might not be the upgrade for you. So yeah, without further ado, be sure to like the video if you enjoy it. Subscribe if you haven't yet, that helps out a lot. Share it around, that helps out a ton, and hit that bell icon so you're notified of whenever I post. I hate to have to repeat that all the time, but it really does help when you do those things. So enjoy the time lapse. Alright, so I hope you all enjoyed the time lapse. Now for the moment of truth. Will this fit? We've got the motor in there. Line everything up. And yes, it clears. Nice. So I think we've got it. I'll put this back together, and in the next video, we will try this motor out. I got to see if I can find an ESC for it and everything. So yeah, hope you all enjoyed. Talk to y'all in the next one.